Hey everyone, it's Pokejohn here with a For Honor Beginner's Guide to the Berserker class. Same way that we start with every class, the very first thing we do is look at the move list. The move list consists of what exactly makes a Berserker, what makes this class different from the rest. On the left is this hero-specific traits that kind of determine what this character is able to do, and on the right is the list of moves that the character can learn. Being able to know what buttons do what, or at least that a combination of certain buttons actually create a task, is a very important first step towards understanding and enjoying For Honor. Now, as you see here, we're just kind of going through the list, really familiarizing ourselves, R1, R2, all the different combinations of what certain buttons can do, so that way once we get started in the match, we can start slowly implementing these into our strategy. This is a long-term game where you kind of get a little bit better at a time, so for today we're just going to work on the very basics. And the very basics is that Art of Battle system, which is essentially just a reflex tester. When you see a red flash, like right there that's happening on the screen, that's just a sign for you to block in that direction. Whenever you see one of those red arrows, or if you see a red shield, if you have quick enough reflexes, in theory you should be able to block every attack. Well, that is if you're not mid-swing or mid-dash or anything like that. So right there, this raider kind of just went ballistic with all their attacks right away, ran out of stamina. I thought I could take advantage of that, and unfortunately I ended up running out of stamina as well. And now, one thing to do when you run out of stamina, first instinct might be to turn away and run. That's not the correct strategy. You should stay locked onto your opponent and just be prepared to block. Block in any way they can, or try to get ready for a guard break, because eventually your stamina will come back. But if you turn away, all of a sudden you give your free open back for the opponent to come take hits off of you, which is never really good. So again, getting back to that reflex system, the Art of Battle, if you can block every single attack and you can stop the guard breaks from coming in, that's essentially the entire game in a nutshell. You don't have to learn the Berserker specific moves if you can just understand that concept and stay disciplined. If you're consistently blocking, if you're consistently guard breaking, and just getting a few attacks here and there, eventually you'll see that you're starting to get more and more wins. As you see, this raider is kind of just flailing wildly over and over again, so now I'm just going to go in with the quick attacks, because I saw he was just going with the slow side and overheads. And of course, that's the raider. That's kind of what the raider does, is try to abuse their range, and when you do get close, they go for the throw. But in this case, they just kept running out of stamina, so that allowed me to get in that a little bit closer, because when you're exhausted, all your attacks come out slower, so it gives you a little bit more wiggle room. But of course, because they weren't really blocking themselves and just too focused on attacking, that let a lot of my light attacks get in, ultimately getting me that round. Right off the bat, just starting to go for some attacks, because I knew this guy is a very aggressive player. And see, right there, I missed a couple of the blocks because I was a little too aggressive myself. But that's okay. We're all human. I keep saying that if you hit every block, you're going to win all the matches. No one's going to really ever hit every single block and make sure you get all the guard breaks. There's just too much going on. Make sure to stick around for more advanced For Honor guides coming in the future. Subscribe, like, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.